and welcome to the Homemade Podcast Sports. This is your host, J Pops. And welcome back to the Homemade Podcast of Sports with your host, J Pops. Guys, it is a Friday night in the great city of Houston, Texas. Please, my apologies to you all. This video was supposed to get recorded before 4 p.m., but with things happening and because me kind of getting caught up with a good lunch at that with one of my dear Aggie friends, I had to start recording late and things of that nature. But please forgive me. By the time this video drops, it will be probably around like 8:30 p.m. But please, guys, I thank all of you for just subscribing, because as soon as this video drops, you will get an alert. Okay, so if you're out there and you're listening to this podcast and you like what you hear, please, by all means, hit that subscribe button for me. Please just click on it, subscribe, and you'll get all of the news feed that you want. You can go through all the videos and et cetera, okay? So I thank you guys for that, all right? But as of right now, man, we're going to talk about some recruiting still here. Of course, still as of right now, we're still sitting at number four recruiting class for 2022. Before I get into that, though, shout out to the Lady Aggies. The Lady Aggies will play for the SEC title against South Carolina on Sunday at 2 p.m., I believe. Please do not quote me on that time, but I do know that they play on Sunday, all right? Everybody will be watching around the world, man. This is a really, really big, exciting thing for the women basketball team. This is our first ever SEC title appearance. So it will be something to watch, man. I really, truly think that Texas A&M can go in there and win that SEC title, okay? It's no doubt about it in my mind. I believe that that's a national championship winning team as well. All right, so please, man, keep that in mind. Once again, the Lady Aggies will come on Sunday, people. Be on the lookout. Please do. So, breaking news for the ones that did not know. I'm pretty sure all of you guys got the breaking news alert. The 4-star safety, Kendall Daniels, says that he has been let out of Texas A&M's national letter of intent. If you guys remember, he was the number one player in Oklahoma, and we went in there and we battled Oklahoma as well as everybody else for that guy, man, and we got him. That was the number one player in state. Had never been done before by Texas A&M. That was the first time ever. But we went in there and we won that guy over. But now he's saying that he's been let out of his letter of intent. He was a 4-star safety, high-rated 4-star at that. Real good, man. Long length and size. Now the question is that, does that hurt Texas A&M's backfield going forward so far as depth? It's a big blow, to say the least. So don't get me wrong on that. It is actually a big blow, because that was one of the guys who I was talking about last year, man, that come in and change that whole backfield around so far as safety-wise. Now, do we have a lot more guys after him and well before him? Yes. Is there a lot more guys that's highly rated just as well as he was? Yes. Heck yeah, man. We do have those guys, okay? But that was a big blow, man, because we battled the heck out of Oklahoma for that guy, man. Please keep in mind, he was the number one player in that state, and we battled the heck out of Oklahoma the entire time for him. So I really do hate it. I hate it a lot. So that's a huge blow to Mike Elko, man. But let me get down to further details of why he wanted out of his letter of intent, to better clarify, where he stood with the program and the coaches and things of that nature. Because it wasn't anything bad that happened. I don't believe he got into it with any coaches or anything of that matter that led to this. But let me break that down to you. All right. So this is what he said. And of course, on this episode here, I just wanted to give you guys a list of the prospects that A&M is out to get for this 2022 cycle. All right. So this is what he said. It was a big coup for Texas A&M when the Aggies went into Oklahoma and signed the top-ranked player from the state in the class of 2021. Beggs safety Kendall Daniels committed to the Maroon and White over Clemson and in-state Oklahoma in early August and signed with A&M during the early signing period. Okay. However, the 6'4", man, I think 6'4", 190-pound defender confirmed to Gig'em 247 that he has received a release from his national letter of intent. Though Daniels did not expand beyond that, we have been told that the reasoning is the departure of defensive analyst Ishmael Arstide, who played a big part in his recruitment. If you guys remember, Mr. Ishmael, the defensive analyst, he's the guy that went over there to join Manny Diaz in Miami over there as an actual on-field coach. He is the new linebackers coach over there in Miami. All right, so please remember that going forward, so far as recruiting the state of Miami, and defensively at that, we will be in a battle with Miami. All right, I'm just Florida in general. We've been in a battle with those guys. All right. Arteside was hired by Miami as the outside linebackers coach in late February. The news was first reported late Friday morning by the Sooner Bread podcast, which cited sources. With Daniels' release from his national letter of intent, I need you guys to listen to this. It's a big blow for A&M, which long converted him as a big safety prospect in the class. Ranked as the number 101 prospect in the country per the industry generated 247 Sooners composite. Daniels was even higher in the 247 sports ranking at number 41 overall. So that's why I say, man, this will be a huge blow because that guy was tall as heck. He was lengthy and he was a playmaker. Okay. Daniel was recruited by some schools as a hybrid safety linebacker prospect, but his film showed a very talented player in the second. The Aggies really like him as a pure safety and expecting him to stay there throughout his career. A Max Preps All-American as a senior, he finished with 120 tackles, 14 tackles for loss, 6 sacks, 4 interceptions, including 1 he returned for a touchdown, 2 forced fumbles, and a fumble recovery. He was also a standout wide receiver with 56 catches for 642 yards and 10 touchdowns. Though the contest was not played, Daniels was also an All-American Bowl selection. Okay, Texas A&M, however, this is why I say it hurt us, but it didn't hurt us. Okay, I'll give you guys this name if you guys can remember. Texas A&M signed another safety in addition to Daniels in 4-star Jordan Gilbert of Baton Rouge, Louisiana University. Also an All-American Bowl selection, Gilbert made his announcement during a nationally televised commitment special, choosing A&M over in-state LSU. With Daniels likely gone, Gilbert's commitment becomes even bigger. So LSU fans, if you're out there, I know you guys listen to this podcast, y'all can talk all that noise y'all want to. At the end of the day, when Gilbert gets on that field and what I seen from him as well, if we would have had him and Kendall Daniels together, but that's okay. That's all right. It's no worries, people. We have plenty of safeties, and we will also have a safety coming in this class. All right. So do not stress about that. We have plenty more out there. But with Gilbert coming in now, you best believe that when he plays LSU for sure and Alabama, he's going to give it his all. Not to say that he's not going to give it his all throughout all the other games, but Alabama and LSU for sure, he's going to give it his all. All right, remember that I say that. A&M returns all of its contributors at the safety spot in 2021. So it was unlikely Daniels would have seen a ton of playing time this coming season. True freshman Antonio Johnson also showed flashes. That's another guy. Just told you we got plenty. So there's an excitement about him going forward as well. But adding a bigger safety now becomes a priority in the 2022 class to make up for Daniels. This is where a guy that I'm going to name on this list comes in at too, okay? Texas A&M class was ranked number 7 overall in the country. The Aggies signed 5 national top 100 prospects in the class, with Daniels being just outside that metric. Unlike 11 others that linked with the maroon and white in December, Daniels was not an early enrollee, as he is still finishing his second semester of his senior year of a high school. Had he enrolled, it would have made things tougher to get out of the national letter of intent. Because he was never placed on scholarship, Daniels would not count towards the 25-man initial counter limit for the class. This means there is now an extra spot should the Aggies wish to add a transfer in his stead. I'm gonna say that once again. It doesn't affect us. Now this means we can go out and add a transfer. Tennessee transfers, if you're listening. #IgMax. That's all I'm gonna say about that. All right, so once again, breaking news. Kendall Daniels, safety Kendall Daniels from out the 2021 class has moved along with his college career. He has been let out of his national letter of intent from Texas A&M University. I wish that young man the best. #Aggies. Okay, so let's get down to the good recruiting news. All right, let's get down to these prospects. Now, I just want to name a couple. I just want to name these guys that Texas A&M is heavily looking at. Okay, this is who they have out there. This is who they've offered. All right, for guys that did not know, I told you, I need you guys to pay attention to this recruiting going forward, because this will not only help us going forward, but it will also help Jimbo Fisher and Mike Elko on what they're trying to build going forward, so far as offensively and defensively, okay? Need you guys to listen, all right? So let's get started. Texas A&M 2022 football prospects. Here we go, people. Grab some popcorn. Let's get ready. All right? Number 1 on the list. This is number 1. All right? Some guys have committed, some guys have not. This is the number 1 prospect right now for Texas A&M. Cornerback, Denver Harris, 5-star, nationally number 6, position 3, state 2, from Houston, Texas, North Shore High School. Devon Campbell, offensive guard. He's from Arlington, Texas. He went to Bowie High School. He's a 5-star, nationally number 7, position 1, state 3. I'm going to put the how these guys feel as well. I want to tell you about that. He's cool at the moment. You know, Denver Harris, our commitment with him is warm at the moment. Another guy, Harold Perkins. Of course, you guys already know about him. I don't need to tell you too much. He's the 5-star outside linebacker, nationally number 14. Position, he is number 1. In-state, number 4. Is cool right now. And he's from Cypress, Texas, people. South Park High School. This guy here just broke the internet because they had a breaking news with him. I don't know if you guys watch the Cover 3 podcast, but it was breaking news with this guy. Quarterback, 5-star, Ty Simpson, from out of Martin, Tennessee, from Westview High School. He was on our list. You know, don't get us wrong. You can never have too many quarterbacks. He was a 5-star, but he committed to Alabama, people. If you guys want to know why A&M keeps on trying to get defense, looks like they're heavily recruiting defense more than anything, well, this is why. This is why. Hell, we got to play Alabama 5-star quarterbacks and 5-star running backs and the 5-star guards all day long. Oh, Need I say wide receivers? They're 5 stars too. So shit, we have to go out and get people defensively to cover these guys. All right, to cover these guys, tackle, etc., etc. You know, as long as Alabama keeps on reloading, well, hell, we're going to keep on reloading too. Not only to mention them, but also LSU. Guys, we got to stop these offenses. You know, hell, we showed that we can stop LSU. You know, any LSU fan out there that's listening once again, we showed that we can stop y'all. But we have to continue. We got to continue to push. So we're going out and getting highly rated defensive players. That is what we need. We're going to have to get that. Eventually, somebody is going to break through on defense and find a formula to stop these high-powered offenses. Okay? And I believe we could potentially be the ones to do it. All right? That's just me. Another one, Kevin Banks. This is the guy that they're highly on, man. He's the offensive tackle, 5-star, nationally 31, position 2, state 6. He's from Humble, Texas, Summer Creek High School. As of right now, commitment is cool. Eni White, 5-star, weak defensive end, nationally 36, position number 2, state number 1. He's from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Please believe that Mike Elko is out to get him. Okay, as of right now, his commitment is cool. Keep in mind, all these kids, it's still early, man. All these kids' commitments are still pretty cool. But Mike Elko is out there trying to get him. Terry Price as well, okay? Please do not forget that, all right? Omari Arbar, Duncanville, Texas. 4-star, strong defensive end, nationally 37, position 2, state number 7. Right now, his commitment is pretty cool also. If we can break through Duncanville and get one of those guys already, it's no doubt in my mind that as soon as we break through there and at least get one, we'll have that same effect of what we now have on the North Shore side of things, okay? Because it took us 20 years to get inside North Shore finally to get somebody to commit. Shout out to you, Shadrick Banks. To get somebody to commit. If we can at least break through, if we can break through Duncanville, that'll be the great state of Texas is already ours. It's looking like it's going to be ours for a long time. If we can break through Duncanville, then we'll be a fool. All right, you heard it from me first. Okay, let's keep moving. Malik Seiler, he's already committed. He's the weak defensive end, nationally 45, position 3, state 9. He's from out of Katy, Texas. Do not need to explain him. This is the guy that we're vowing for as well. He's the safety. Bryce Anderson, yes, highly rated 4-star recruit, nationally 61, position 4, state 11, from Beaumont, Texas. This is the guy that decommitted from LSU, people. As of right now, we're warm with him so far as we're in his top. Okay, we're in his top. Texas is up there. It's like the #1 school right now for him so far. But we're in there, all right? He's not going to announce anything until I think probably early signing period. Connor Wingman, the dual threat quarterback. Keep in mind that we, just like Alabama has the #3 pro style QB now, 5-star. Ohio State has the #1 player in the country, period, with Quinn Ewers. He was a pro style. LSU has the #2 pro style quarterback for this class. So you look up, Texas A&M now has the #1 dual threat quarterback in this class. Okay, Texas already has their name. You see, Longhorns they have these. No. Texas has, I think, the 2nd rated pro style QB, which is a 5-star over there that they had got. But as of right now, Texas A&M has the #1 dual threat quarterback for 2022. That should excite a lot of you guys out there that's listening and want to know how the quarterback is going to progress in the years ahead. Connor Wingman, he will be a 5-star when it's all said and done. Once again, you heard that from me first, okay? Also, you can look at 247 as well. They'll tell you in a minute. But we have the #1 dual threat guy, and he's from the state of Texas, okay? He's from Cypress, Texas as well. From Bridgeton High School, nationally 71, positions 2, state 12. So He's number 2 QB, period, overall. Not just only the number 1 dual threat, but he's number 1 QB to Quinn Ewers overall. All right. Brendan Thompson. I believe this is the 4-star athlete. Right now, our commitment is cool, but he's from Spearman, Texas. Be on the lookout for this young man as well, because I believe when it's all said and done, Texas A&M will get him as well. Okay, so guys, be on the lookout for that young man. Chase Biddle, nationally 90, position 7, state 19. He is a 4-star safety from out of Garland, Texas. We are warm so far as his commitment as well. His number one team that he's looking at right now is UT. So, just keep that in mind. Kojo Antwi, 4-star wide receiver, nationally 94, position 13, state 11. He's from Sewini, Georgia out there. This is the guy that I told you about on last podcast. As of right now, we're the front runners for him, period. If we can go into the state of Georgia and get him, that's going to say something really big, man, because he's the 4-star recruit. This will be a 4-star rated player from out the state of Georgia. If we can go in there and grab that kid, that will open up the doors to a lot of Georgia recruits going forward, okay? P.J. Williams, we don't need to talk about him. He's the 4-star offensive tackle, national 99, position 11, state 20. He's from Dickinson, Texas out there, people. Donovan Green, that's the guy that's been trying to get everybody to recruit to A&M. All right, to commit to A&M. Be on the lookout for this young man, because this young man is another Jalen Watermeyer, okay, in my honest opinion. He's another Jalen. All right, but he's from Dickinson, Texas, 4-star, nationally 116, position 4th, state 21. Jaheim Otis, he's a defensive tackle. Right now, we're sitting in this warm box, nationally 117, position 9th, state 3. He's a 4-star from out of Columbia, Mississippi. Cam Drewberry, this is a guy to keep an eye on a lot too. He's an offensive tackle, 4-star, nationally 118, position 12, state 22. He's from out of Umber, Texas over there in Atascocita High School. So Atascocita, if you guys did not know, that is where Keon Green came from. Keon Green came from Atascocita High School. He was the one that naturally opened up a lot of those doors for that Atascocita high school over there, because if that guy commits to us, that will be one of the second highest rated commits from out of Atascocita High School, period, for Texas A&M. So going forward, that could be a recruiting hotbed for specifically Texas A&M, UT as well, because you always got to throw UT in there, and Oklahoma. But that could be specifically a recruiting hotbed for the state of Texas overall, is Atascocita. It looks like they're producing more and more offensive linemen by the year, okay? So please keep an eye out for that guy. Jalen Early. Right now we're in this cool box. He's from Duncanville once again. And he's a 4-star. Looks like my page cut out on that one. So you guys forgive me on that, okay? I'm not sure what position he plays, but just remember I said that name, okay? I'm so sorry for that. My apologies. Chris Marshall. This is a guy that he's just been CB crystal ball to Texas A&M. He doesn't have a timeline specifically, but I'm assuming he may commit during early signing period or the Under Armour game. But right now we're in his warm box. We're the number 1 team. Like I said, he's a wide receiver, nationally 184, position 23, state 30. He's a 4-star, highly 4-star rated. He's from out of Fort Bend, Marshall, man. So the guy that he's been keeping in contact with a lot is Devin A-Chain. A-Chain is now, from what I'm hearing, kind of recruiting him pretty heavily. Keep in mind, he's something like a Mike Evans, played basketball the whole time, and he's just now playing football like a year ago. And it's amazing how he just jumped way up there like that to a 4-star rate. All right. So just keep that guy on your radar, man. But when it's all said and done, he should commit to Texas A&M. I don't see no other school winning them over. Braden Davis, 4-star, dual threat QB. We're in this cool box. He's from Middleton, It looks like either Middleton, Denver, or Middleton, Delaware. Now, if we're way out there in Delaware, that's huge. All right. Nationally 185, position 6, state 1. Terrence Brooks. We can be in I want you guys to keep a lookout for him too, because we can be in a play for him. But as of right now, we're in the cool part. He's a highly rated 4-star, nationally 192, position 23, state 31. He's a cornerback, and he's from out of Plano, Texas over there. Bobby Taylor, he's one of the biggest commitments, of course, and he just sparked that entire 2022 recruiting class to which, in my mind, I believe that with him committing like that, he's going to make a whole lot of others just kind of come like a domino effect. I don't expect anybody else to commit. Now, the guy I do expect, and we're going to continue to roll on through this, but Hunter Erd, of course, he was the offensive tackle, of course. He was the 4-star. And of course, if you guys did not know, he was the guy that did not have a ranking for a long time. But he is now rated 4-star prospect. I mean, a 4-star recruit. Okay. Let me keep going here. So this is another guy, Kate Klubenet. As of right now, and of course, I figured that when we had signed Connor Wingman, although he was excited about the Texas A&M, scholarship, the offer or whatever, he was a huge Texas fan. So you guys got to remember, he's coming from out of Austin, Texas over there, Austin Westlake. As of right now, we're cool in his actual box. He's a pro-style QB, nationally 74, position 5th, state 14. Right now, Clemson is front runner. Isn't that crazy? Clemson, out of all teams, I would have never thought Clemson. But Clemson has now officially became the front runner for this young man. That lets you know that the state of Texas, when it's all said and done, it will be a prospect from the state of Texas almost on each and every college team. That's crazy, isn't it? That's crazy as heck. Let's keep going. Deshaun Woods, this is another guy to watch, because if we can get this guy from Omaha, New England, out of all places, I'm going to say that once again. Omaha, Nebraska, not New England. Omaha, Nebraska. If we can get that guy from Nebraska, and right now we're in this warm box, and he's a defensive end, if I'm not mistaken. This guy here, this was the guy that I was talking about that can come in with Bobby Taylor and absolutely dominate. And I want you guys to be on the lookout for his commitment to come out on April 1st if he does not push it back any further. This is another cornerback from out of Clear Lake High School, Houston, Texas. Right now we're warm, and to my understanding, we are the front runners for this young man. His name is Julian Humphrey, nationally 149, position 18, state 26. In a perfect world, just like I was telling you guys once before, you put Julian Humphrey, Denver Harris, and Bobby Taylor all in the 2022 cycle. Do you not know what that future will look like? For that backfield going for, I'm not sure of how long Mike Elko will be here. I will give Mike Elko probably another 3 years. Or he might just be like that Clemson defense coordinator, Brent Venables, and he just stays. He He loves his position. He doesn't want to become a head coach. Hopefully we can do that for him. And, just keep on upping his salary every year. But do you not know what that would do for that future of that Mike Elko defense going forward? Now I'm going to leave it at that. This is another guy to watch, Shamar James. He is a 4-star athlete, nationally 166, position 12, state number 8. This young man here, I understand we are in his warm box, like we're up there in his top 5, I believe. His name is Ja'Cory Brown. He's a 4-star dual threat QB, nationally 167, position 5th, state 20. I believe that he will commit to the University of Miami. He's from out of Valdosta, Georgia, but it's no doubt in my mind he's been crystal ball to Miami anyhow. But I believe that he'll commit to Miami when it's all said and done. Who knows? Now we may just shock the world and get him, but I believe that he'll commit to Miami when it's all said and done. Another guy is Jacob Sexton. He's from Edmond, Oklahoma, nationally 209, position 27, state number 3. We're in his warm box right now. I don't believe he's actually officially dropped his top 10 or, top 5, stuff like that. I don't believe, or I didn't see it. But he's another one from out of Oklahoma, and he's the number 3 player in Oklahoma, period. We can go in and snatch him. That'd be huge. Let me see some other guys in here. Of course, you guys already know about Noah Thomas. Noah Thomas already committed, so I really don't have to explain him going any further. But Noah Thomas will be the guy to look for. Like I say, he's like a prototype wide receiver to me. He's a little bit of that Mike Evans. He has that Mike Evans in him, but he also has that what was the other guy that I mentioned to you all? He also has that that guy from LSU that's going first round. Jamar Chase. He got a little bit of that Jamar Chase in him. He is a mixture of both. That could be really, really dangerous. Another guy to watch for is Montrell Harris, outside linebacker from the Woodlands, Texas. He's a 3-star prospect, nationally 366, position 27, state 48. He's also another good one that A&M should be in the mix for, really, really highly regarded. Okay. But that should be it, guys. Yes, that is it. But I just wanted to give you a list of names of the recruits. Of course, hey, I hope I did not bore you guys, but I just wanted to give you guys a list name of these recruits. Give you something to watch for, man, for the future, because the future is very, very bright for Texas A&M going forward. I need you guys to know that and realize that this football program will continue to progress and go to higher heights as long as they continue to do what they need to do and do what they have to do, okay? So I want you guys to understand that, man, and just sit down, let that progress and things like that. This 2022 class is crazy. I'm talking about this class now, but the time is now since we have an early signing day. That's why these guys are on them so hard like they are nowadays, man. So the team that really amped that up and made everybody do that was Georgia. How the way Kirby Smart recruited that year, and it was an early signing period. Nick Saban didn't like that at all, but he made adjustments. That's why he's one of the best coaches in the league. Not shortly right behind him, though, is Jimbo Fisher. In my mind, he's one of the best coaches in the league. He's up there in the elites, okay? But this is what we look for going forward, man. Just recruiting battles. And if you guys didn't know, it will be a heavy recruiting battle with the University of Texas going forward. As long as Sark is there, we had a recruiting battle with Tom Herman, things like that. But at the end of the day, I believe Texas A&M will win most of these guys overall. All right, so that's all I have for you guys on today, man. I thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said, I hope I did not bore you guys. I wanted to give you some adequate information and things like that. All right, I love all of you guys. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Once again, when you're hitting that subscribe button, all you got to do is this here, and it'll hit subscribe, all right? I thank all of you guys, and I will be back on tomorrow with a little bit of something else, okay? I will be dropping a little bit early on tomorrow, so don't be looking for a late episode, all right? Love all of you guys. #GigMagas. And thank you guys for tuning in to the #Homemade Podcast Sports. Please, guys, subscribe to the YouTube page and also follow me on Twitter @JPops, on Instagram @JPops, and also on Facebook at #Homemade Podcast Sports. Thank you guys once again. #GigMagas.